VGK falters in the shootout last night in the opener, 6-5 to the visiting Kings. It was Mitch Marner's debut, and Jack Eichel had his freshly minted $108 million deal. But Pavel Dorofeev says, save some money for me, for crying out loud, scoring the hat trick. VGK rallies from a couple of goals down, had a 2-goal lead, and blew it in the end, losing in the shootout. Our takeaways and more next on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi again, everyone, from Las Vegas, Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. Find us wherever you get your podcast. I'm a longtime sportscaster, a marketing consultant, and the host of the Believe in Vegas podcast. And as soon as I get things organized, we will have a new potty up today. We like to potty. We've got Penelope Pink of the Women of Wrestling on that show. And Chris, the owner of Silver State Cards and Sports and the host of the Hockey News Collectibles show with the one and only Chris Golick. Coming up ahead on today's show, we've got locks, props, and chants, including locks of the night. We are brought to you today by FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com.
I got you.
I know. That was good.
I got the sheet up here.
Thanks, bro. You can now catch us each day. He has my back for sure. You can now catch us each day on Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Tune in 1 o'clock Monday through Friday on SSSEN. And you can also catch us on YouTube TV, Cox Cable Channel 77 for the show. So we're right about a few things heading into this game. Our good friend Dave from the Aviators, Daviator, I call him, he hit me up last night and said, wow, you guys really hit on just about every note in the game last night. I said the Kings' defense looked leaky in the loss to Colorado on opening night. They were. I said that Aiden Hill needed more preseason reps. Oh, my goodness, did he ever, giving up 5 stinking goals, 5 goals. We were both concerned about the loss of a healthy Alex Pietrangelo defensively. Defense wasn't good enough to win. We're excited about Mitch Marner's debut. Jack Eichel had to jump a little bit of jump in his step last night with 4 points, the new contract. VGK loses its first opener in 6 years. The offensive firepower for VGK was there. The big turning point in the game, right? So the Golden Knights trailed by a couple of goals at 3-1. And then we saw Alex Turcotte with a boarding penalty that allows VGK to go on a lengthy power play. Pavel Dorofeev scores twice with his second and third goals, both on the power play unit, both on dimes. Tremendous passes from Mark Stone, and Jack Eichel set it up. In the third, Eichel and Barbashev score goals to make it 5-3, but then Trevor Moore scores on a shorthanded goal. And then we had Brandt Clark first in overtime, scoreless OT, but Adrian Kempe and Moore scored on the Hill blocker side, low on the blocker. Eichel and Marner, unbelievable, but they were stopped in the shootout on their attempts. So much to unpack. I'm tired of talking already, but a tough loss for VGK, which has a lot of areas to clean up. Hey, why don't you try managing the puck sometime, for crying out loud?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's unfortunate that the Golden Knights put up a 5 spot in opening night and have 1 point to show for it. I think.
Did we both say 5 goals for VGK?
We did say 5 goals for VGK.
I think we did.
We didn't say 6 for technically 7 for LA, but what can you do there? So on the positive side, yeah, top line's clicking. You saw some magnificent passing between Jack, Marner, and of course Barbashev getting in the mix. I felt Barbashev was a step slow in the first period, and then he kind of found his game with that line as time went on. So certainly good there. The defense, I mean, leaky. I mean, like the intern said in the graphic, leaky D, a lot of poor neutral zone coverage, and then listen, I get a lot of the goals. Aiden Hill was under siege, breakaways, backdoor plays, and stuff like that. But there's got to be a path to 1 or 2 more saves in that process as well.
Were there a lot of hats thrown? I know that you are the
There's a chunk.
Not
They're
a lot.
expensive.
No, people here in Vegas do not throw hats. And Duro had the hat trick on opening night. Twice, Mark Stone fed him across the crease both times for goals, and he could have had a fourth goal. He hit the post right early
Nailed
on
it.
in that
First
game.
period. Yep.
What was the crowd like last night? Was it more intense than usual?
It was better. I mean, it definitely, Chris was pointing out that, okay, this is what I'm used to comparing to the preseason crowd and stuff. Opening night's tough. A lot of fans get there early. You got the gold carpet. You got the intros. The game started late because of national TV. So the crowd gets tired as the game goes on. I don't blame them for that. I got tired too. But the crowd was fine. It was a very typical opening night crowd. So much more energy than the preseason. So much more fun. Game so much more fun. New pregame intro, which was kind of cool and kind of weird because you don't get the full pregame intro because they introduce each of the players and everything. But yeah, a lot of fun. Drones on the ice. We got drones on the ice now for the pregame intro.
There were drones. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So the big story here, and we heard Cassidy, he's not happy about it. When you're talking about mismanaged pucks, you could do about almost anything within Cassidy's system except for don't mismanage the puck, and there were plenty in abundance. Cassidy said it led to 2, possibly 3 goals.
Yeah, that was the neutral zone situations. Lazan had a terrible turnover, and
Oh,
McNabb and Theodore, you saw them backpedaling a lot in the neutral zone, kind of getting beaten, things like that. Cassie did call it coachable and correctable, so that's a good thing. But, listen, scoring, I don't think anyone was concerned about. The Golden Knights had a 100-point player in Mitch Marner. Goaltending and defense is the concern, and Aiden Hill has always been a product of the defense in front of him. Am I saying Aiden Hill's a bad goalie? Relax, Aiden Hill's dad. Your son's not a bad goalie. No one's saying Aiden Hill is a bad goalie, but
the dad's
Aiden Hill is
dad's
definitely
going to call you out. He's going to call you out again.
That's fine. Well, it's day one. Let's go. But it's very tough for Aiden Hill to carry this team. He does it at times. Don't get me wrong, and he will do it at times. But he's not the goalie. He's not in the Vasilevskis and the Shesterkins of the world and everything like that. He's a long way away from there. And another note I wrote down so we can make sure we get it out. Defense 0 points in a 5-goal game. Not a single point from the D.
And they did such a good job in the preseason. And one of the trends we saw.
They were okay. You're right.
What's that?
They were good in the preseason. You're right.
Yeah, and VGK, one of the trends that we saw developing was they dug a hole early because they continued this trend because the Golden Knights once again give up the first goal to Kuzmenko last night. 8th straight game if you count preseason, and that's not a good trend. They're going to have to learn how to get that early. They're chasing the game. They're going to have to score early.
It's probably 10 or 11 straight games going back to last season. Weren't the Golden Knights shut out the last 2 games of the
good
playoffs?
Call.
If I'm mistaken.
Good call.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's some concerns, and listen, it's day one. Relax, everybody. It's day one. A lot of this stuff can and should and will end up getting fixed. But again, these are some of the concerns that were just on the radar in day one. Can Zach Whitecloud grow into a top 4 role? He had some moments last night as far as good and bad goes. McNabb and Theodore as that top pairing, we'll see how that shakes out. Noah Hannafin had some okay moments. He had some turnovers as well. Lazan's going to hit everything that moves, but it's also going to be a liability at times. We saw it a couple times where he got caught deep, and obviously the costly turnover on one of the goals. Again, growing pains day one. Cassidy called it coachable, correctable, and I'll certainly take that at face value. And Cassidy says something like that, fine. But if there is a concern, you got the LA Kings put up 1 friggin' goal against the Avalanche the night before, and they put up a 6-7 if you count the extra shootout goal. So, these are some concerning factors here heading into, the Golden Knights on the back-to-back. And in back-to-back scenario, like Jack said, and like I said, the other team's going to start hot and then slow down throughout the game. Well, that did happen, but then the Kings got some juice in the third, and here we are.
VGK gave them some juice. And if you want to beat Aiden Hill, shoot top shelf glove side, low blocker side, and you could score on him. Stop 21 of 26 shots, 808 save percentage. It's going to be an issue. Coming up next, Jack Eichel's new contract already paying dividends. We'll discuss his extension next, right here on Locked On Golden Knights. So dramatic. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel has an offer for you that you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and you can get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you're going to unlock $300 in bonus bets that you could use across the application. I love how FanDuel gives us all so many ways to play. We have built some parlays. We've tried the player props and even followed the live lines during games. Raiders are at home on Sunday. Big game. They are 5-point favorites, not with your money, over the Titans, and the total 41 and a hook. And it does make watching football even more exciting when you've got a little juice and something riding on all the action. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com, and you could download the FanDuel app today and get things started. Welcome back on Locked On Golden Knights.
5 points. How are they favored by 5 points? I'm tilted.
I know. I heard you whispering. But what
Did the Titans just beat Arizona?
Yep. And they
I
finally.
mean, it was a weird game, fine, but okay, whatever. Let's talk hockey.
Cam Ward could be fire at times, for sure, as were last night.
Marner scored 6 points in their last game. How are they 5-point favorites? Are they going to convert the other team's extra points? I mean,
they kicked a field goal late. Oh, the Raiders kicked a late field goal, which ruined the over for a lot of folks.
Are they going to win the game 12-6? 4 field goals?
No, they'll score some points. They're a little leaky too, the Titans. So Marner and Eichel, they were each plus 2 and 6 total points combined. Shots on goal, Dorofeev, Eichel, Carlson, 5 apiece. But your guy Carlson with the high hockey IQ was a -3.
Carlson was the bottom of the hockey stat card debut.
He was on the bottom. Okay, who was at the top? Eichel probably.
It rhymes with Eichel.
Okay, so here's my Eichel impression post game. He's got this new thing that he's got to get rid of this, man. He just does this, the shrug. Yeah. So matter of factly, yeah,
$100 million. I'd shrug too.
Yeah,
I do nothing. They got $108 million.
I heard at least 3 players, Chris, say when they woke up from their afternoon naps, including Marner, that's when they found out that Jack Eichel signed that huge deal. 8 years was the term, $13.5 million per AAV, and we knew it would not be 12 or 12.5 million or 10 million. Reasons why Eichel re-signed with Las Vegas. Well, there's no secret. Sorry, I got to get it down. The shrug. There's no secret that he really does like Las Vegas, as does the missus. She likes it here. No one talked about Eichel's loyalty, perhaps. I was thinking about this. No one talked about his loyalty to this organization and to Kelly McCrimmon, especially, right? So they showed on TNT, Bill Foley came down ice level. He left the perch, and he came down and shook Eichel's hand. Yes, that was cool. But Kelly McCrimmon, not only, was able to take this gamble and put, I think, his career could have been in jeopardy if this failed with this project, right? He signs Eichel. He offered the medical staff. He approved Eichel again to do all the research and have that dangerous neck surgery. So I don't think anyone's mentioned that. And Buffalo, of course, did not want him to have this surgery. Another angle, no one in the media mentioned this, my friend. Jack Eichel could have signed for $15 million elsewhere.
Easily.
Again, he signs the extension in a state that has no income tax. So it equals, or it's commensurate to $13.5 million. That's my angle, like part of the big equation. Loves it here, but I feel like he is also, and he said he wants to win here, and he knows, shrug, that they can win. They can win here. But outside of that, you have to think about his loyalty because, hey, the Golden Knights took a flyer on Jack Eichel. And I think he's appreciative of that. And then no state income tax here. And so he could bring home more loot. That's it.
There's a million different ways to put it, and that's certainly a great way to explain it. There's a loyalty factor. If the Golden Knights don't, I don't say allow, it's Jack Eichel's body, he can do what he wants, but if the Golden Knights aren't open to the idea of how Eichel feels he should take care of his body, we don't know if Eichel goes somewhere else besides Buffalo and how his career shakes out. And I'm sure Eichel is thankful for the Stanley Cup and the life he has created in Southern Nevada. And as a result, I think while he got probably about $8 million more out of the Golden Knights by McCrimmon maybe not finding a way to cement this, sometime in the month of July. I mean, we all felt 8 times 12.5 was the perfect number, $100 million, $500,000 more per season AAV than Mitch Marner. It's Eichel's team, and I definitely think the Kaprizov factor played into that. The rising cap. McDavid took his deal, but for whatever reason, McDavid wants to win in Edmonton, and he took less money than his market is. But that's not going to affect Jack Eichel's situation. And I think Eichel owes Kaprizov a couple of drinks next time they see each other.
Dr. Frankenstein did a really good job, in bringing him back together and piecing him together. It was an absolute gamble. It was a gamble, right? Because you don't know if this was going to work, but yet, McCrimmon was all in. You had no idea if this was going to be successful. And look at the longevity now of Eichel's career. In turn, he gets the cup, secures the bag, one of the elite players in the game today. And so, yeah, I mean, that really paid off in a city that does like to gamble. Jack Eichel, a 4-point night. He also shot the puck 5 times. Beautiful. You know me. Shoot the damn stinking puck more. Hey, who's going to score with Eichel and Marner on the same line? For crying out loud, they both can. They both can.
They both can. It would have been nice if Marner would have got the shootout goal at the end to rescue the game, but so be it.
What a moment there.
But why not get Shea Theodore out there, who is an absolute shootout specialist? But that's another story for another time. This is the Big Six right now. I had ChatGPT give me a wonderful rendering of a terrible craps table and some strange drawings of players here. But Big Six, now you got Eichel, Marner, Hannafin, Hurdle, Theodore, and Aiden Hill. This is the Golden Knights' Big Six through the year 2030.
Oh, no core 4, Big Six.
No core 4. It's the Big Six. Craps reference. Don't never bet the Big Six on the craps table. Always place it. By the way, a terrible return.
The advice, thanks, man. Yeah. But how about Eichel with the quick release on that goal? Oh my goodness! Like they both can handle each other's passes, and they were clicking already on opening night. And it's just amazing. It was poetry last night to watch this. The Marner pass so fast and the quick release for Eichel. And now Eichel is going to shoot more. In the past, he might have to pass the puck away and no one could handle his passes, right? And then also, Barbashev got into the mix. Great on the forecheck. He was responsible pretty much for getting the puck through the neutral zone and getting it over to Marner, to Eichel, and finishing that play. The loss was not on that top line.
No, definitely not. Not on the top line. And the loss happened on the other side of the red line. That's unfortunate, but that's the reality. And all the things you said about Jack and the fact that he decided to extend for this amount of time and everything, it's just, you have to give credit to Kelly McCrimmon for everything you said. It's a great frame that you put up about allowing Jack Eichel to handle the surgery and the risk that was taken.
Man.
We both felt when this situation happened, the trade for Jack Eichel, McCrimmon put his career on the line.
No doubt.
At least his VGK career. He put his VGK career on the line. If Jack Eichel did not work out to the degree he currently is, there could be another GM in Vegas. As crazy as it sounds, that's how important Jack Eichel is to this team right now.
And for sure, McCrimmon could have been back with the Brandon Wheat Kings, if this did not work out. And
Sure.
Eichel, he still passed up a shot or two, but he still had 5 shots on goal. He gave that puck unselfishly to Barbashev when Barbashev got his finish too. So
he had got to make that pass there. Great pass.
coming up next on Lockdown Golden Knights are locks, props, and chants for tonight's game on the back-to-back So Rigged in San Jose. We'll talk about it next on Lockdown Golden Knights. Welcome back on this edition of Lockdown Golden Knights from Las Vegas. Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick reporting. Don't forget, our show is on the big screen every day, 1 o'clock, SSSEN, Cox Cable, Channel 77. Tonight, my locks of the night for VGK. Did they fly out last night or are they going to leave this morning?
Probably this morning.
And then they get the nappy nap in, and maybe Carter Hart signs his contract when they wake up. I don't know.
Week away from that.
Okay. Mark Stone is going to be one of my locks of the night tonight. He had 3 consecutive shots on Forsberg there in that one sequence last night. Unselfish with passing the puck, pass to Dorofeev. Those passes are so fire, as the kids might say. Breaks through. I think he scores tonight. I'm also going to go with the first defenseman to score a goal, and that's going to be Caden Korzak. I think he's going to score a goal. I have it 4-2 VGK winning. They're going to have to pull away late over the Sharks, and this is not your father's Shark team. They're going to be a tougher out, I think, this season.
I mean, top line, Celebrini, Will Smith, Kurashev, then Wenberg, Eklund, Toffoli on the second line. And then third line, this is where it starts to get shaky. Dellandrea, Colin Graff, Jeff Skinner. Fourth line, Guadet, Ryan Reeves, and Goudreau. And then this defense, Nick Leddy, John Klingberg, Timothy Liljegren, Mario, don't call him Mario Ferrero, Dmitry Orlov, and Shakir Mukhamadullin. So this is they got goaltenders in San Jose too, right?
Yes, they sure do. They've got
Askarov. Okay, that's going to be good actually. Askarov, Nedeljkovic backing up, or vice versa.
Yaroslav Askarov, or they can go with the guy that pretty much he played pretty well here, Alex Nedeljkovic. So they've got goalies.
I mean, listen,
they've got goalies. We have words. They have goalies.
We have words. It's a much better Sharks team, and this also should be a better Sharks team than the third and fourth liners that defeated the Vegas Golden Knights in the preseason dress rehearsal. Muddy game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of flow to it, or there's going to be too much flow. It's going to be like a track meet here. 5-4 Vegas Golden Knights, and I would love to get away from the top line just for the heck of it. Howden, I thought, had some real nice moments last night, so let's go with Howden for one, and then who was quiet that we should hear? I'm going to go Saad because I just feel Saad did next to nothing last night. He was kind of out there skating around, so let's see if Saad can maybe find his game a little bit here.
How about Cassidy already? He said last night we've had the other guy, right? Last night, spearheading the power play, a different guy. There's a different guy up top. Different guy. How do you think it worked out? Yes. How do you think it worked out with the 5 forwards on the power?
It was fine. It was really good. You saw the puck movement. You saw the goals when the Golden Knights got clicking. I mean, two power play goals in one game is spectacular, no matter what the circumstances are. At first, in the first period, I felt like there was some overpassing happening, and then I did like the work of the second unit a little bit better almost. But then, of course, the first unit found their game. A couple notes on the odds and stuff like that. Then I'll give you my chance here, so to speak. VGK is minus 188 tonight. It feels like actually minus 205. It's changed.
Trap game.
It's literally changed 17 cents since the last 15 minutes. There's no such thing as a trap game game 2 of the season, I don't think. I hope not, at least.
I just wanted you to say it. I wanted you to say it.
Sharks are plus 168. Literally, someone must have made a $5 bet to move this line. You got a 6.5 over under as we likely see the season debut of Schmid tonight. I'll build my chance here. This is going to be a single game parlay on using FanDuel's odds here, and here's how it's going to look. I'm going to go Vegas money line. I don't love it, but I think Vegas should find a path. And then nice and simple tonight. Eichel, Marner, Barbashev, anytime goal, all 3 of them. $5 will win you about $120 plus $24.50.
It's a good one. That's a good.
That's
What
fun.
about shots for Eichel over? That's going to go up as this season goes on. Now, yeah, that's going to happen.
I mean, what 5 shots last night, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
5.
we'll see. Like, let's see, player 5. So if you want to go Eichel 5+ shots, so that's 5 or greater, plus 305. Celebrini gets you plus 340. Dorofeev plus 365. Tyler Toffoli plus 470. There's even a 6 shots on goal for Eichel and Celebrini plus 600 plus 750.
I think it's going to come down to special teams, perhaps. In a game like
When
this,
Vegas wins.
okay? Yeah, they need to continue scoring on the power play. 2 goals on the power play last night, a total of 53, I think, last season. But defensively, of course, on the PK, they've got to be better. They gave up, the power play goal. Boy, Kuzmenko was just all over it
Snake
early
will look
on.
good. He can skate.
Oh, he had like 3 chances early on, real fast out of the gate. And, when you look at this team there, you can't let up the shorty either. Cannot do that.
No.
I feel that San Jose is a good mixture now of youth and veterans. And I think it's going to be tougher. It is. I think that they're improved. Dmitry Orlov, you mentioned from the Canes. John Klingberg still clinging on to his career. Jeff Skinner going back to the Cup in San Jose. Ryan Reeves. What about Revo tonight? Oh my God, him and Lausanne something could happen there.
It could. I don't think Rebo, you're not going to see much from former VGK players unless obviously the situation warrants it. But if Rebo's going to pick someone on the Golden Knights, it's going to be Lausanne, and we'll see if those two exchange words at all throughout this game. And like you said, I mean, Reeves has a job. It's making sure Celebrini, Will Smith, Michael Misa, once he gets out there, unlikely to make his debut tonight, but that could change.
Huh.
He skated as the extra yesterday per Shang Peng, and Shang Peng is the go-to as far as
he is the go-to.
Sharks are concerned. He'll give you everything there is and more. But yeah, Ryan Reeves, make sure Celebrini, Will Smith, Eklund, and when Misa starts playing, make sure they don't get bothered. And otherwise, Revo he'll play his 6 minutes a game, get his paycheck, and hang out in Northern California
and drink his own beer.
He's probably not even going to road games.
He's probably just gonna. Yeah, he said he hates to travel. Misa, perhaps.
They'll come to Vegas when they're on the road.
Maybe we'll see Misa, the second pick in the draft a few months ago. Did impress in the preseason, made the roster. Jack Eichel made VGK's roster too, by the way. We appreciate you tuning in, especially our everydayers. For Chris Golick, I'm Tony Cardasco from Las Vegas. See you tomorrow right here on Locked On Golden Knights.